Hey guys, it's Tom here from Velocity. Welcome back to the showroom. With me today is this absolutely awesome Pacific Blue Heritage Series bump side F250 built by Velocity. We're going to take a quick walk around it now as if you were in the showroom with me. Let's start with the front of the truck. Obviously, it's an F250, and so it has a super iconic front grille. We have lots of different grille options at Velocity across these trucks, and of course, there was different grille styles for different years, especially as you went into the later dense side F250s. There was a completely different grille setup. But for this one, we've gone with this style grille. It's a really nice looking grille. I like it because of how chrome it is. Lots of chrome details and elements in that grille. Go really well with the headlight surrounds. Obviously, it's a Ford, so it has Ford lettering, badging across the hood too. Those are finished in chrome. So all in all, a really nice front end of the vehicle. Velocity Flying V like on all of our F250s. And then because it's a Heritage Series F250, there are lots of extra two-tone paint options, including the front and rear bumpers in Wimbledon white. And actually this upper plenum here is also finished in white too, just to get everything nice, clean and tidy. It's a really good looking front end. Quickly, I want to talk about some technology here, and that's these headlights. They look like they're the old standard halogen lamp, but they're not. They're actually an LED. They're by a company called Holley, and they are their retro bright product. And it's a really nice product just because it makes the truck still look really old from the front side, but actually you've got modern LED technology in there. So the Holley retro brights for the headlights on this one. That's about it for the front of the truck. Let's talk about the paint really quickly. This is Pacific Blue. Pacific as in the ocean. And what's really nice about this blue is it's a real nice medium blue. It's not too dark, it's not too light. It's a gloss finish, so there's no metallic in it. And on this truck, with the Heritage package, the lower Wimbledon white two-tone paint, it just looks really, really classic. It looks really, really vintage. It's something that I think everybody can like. It's quite a neutral color. It's not too showy, but it's not too understated either. Definitely would see this truck coming from a while away, but it's a nice deep blue, really, really nice color. The other color I just mentioned is Wimbledon white, and that's what you get with the Heritage package. So the Heritage is kind of our upgraded version of these vehicles, mainly aesthetic changes that we make, and that's that two-tone. So Wimbledon white lower here, Wimbledon white steely wheels, you get those as part of the Heritage series. The cab lights, the billet stuff I'm going to come on to in a second, but overall the clue's in the name, right? Heritage package, Heritage series, it gives the vehicle more of a heritage look. So that's a really nice option. Let's get a bit closer and come into some of these details then. Billet package, you've got billet side marker lights. These are really, really nice. Billet surrounds, all made here on our 5-axis machine by Velocity. Again, really, really nice option. They feel super premium, look super premium. You've got a midline trim to break up these two colors, which is really nice. So this midline trim here, really classic, again, really classic look for this sort of a vehicle. And again, because it's a bump side, not a dent side, you've got this bump here that the trim sits on, so that's really nice. For door handles, you've got the billet package. Again, because it's a Heritage series, you get that upgrade. Side mirrors, the classic F250 side mirrors. And I mentioned on the top of the truck, you've got billet cab lights too. These are really, really nice, really popular option. Always get asked if people can buy them for their trucks. Unfortunately, we can't make enough of them. We've only got one 5-axis machine. So all of them that we're making are going on our vehicles like this one. So really, really nice billet options all the way around. It's a long bed, not a short bed, obviously full F250 bump side, so lots of length in this bed, really usable. And come around the back of the truck then, and you're going to see some more details here coming from that Heritage series. You see the two-tone paint that's come into the back, into that rear bumper as well, onto the tailgate. We've got the Ford decal dropped in here, really nice. On this one, we've done the silver back with the black letters. There's a couple of different variants of this, but this is what we did on this one. Chrome trim all the way around your rear lights, all the way around the tailgate. Because it's a Heritage series, you also get an upgraded billet tailgate handle, which has an integrated backup camera. What's really nice about that backup camera placement is it's not lower down, it's higher up in the truck, so you've got much more visibility. And honestly, on a truck like this, it's a really, really useful feature to have. Because it's so long, because it's a big vehicle, you do want that extra technology just to give you a hand when you're backing into things. So that's a really, really nice option there too. Other than that, I think that's it. Let me just drop this tailgate down so you can see quickly inside the bed. The bed has been Raptor lined. The Raptor, which is a product by U-POL, it's a really nice truck bed liner, has been tinted in blue to match the rest of the truck too. So super usable, super durable. Our F250s, a lot of people will say, hey, like, is this just a trophy truck? Can I actually use it? We have customers that will drive these on their ranches, on their farms, on their estates. What's really cool about this bed lining is it looks great, but it's super usable. So you can just throw stuff up into it. You don't have to worry about it getting scratched or anything like that. Super protectant of the underside of the bed. And actually all the way along the underside of the truck, everywhere that's not gloss painted is Raptor lined all the way down. So that's really, really nice. Take a look at this interior then, and you're going to see even more features that you're getting with that Heritage package. It's just such a gorgeous interior in these trucks, it always is. We'll start with the door cards. These are completely custom door cards, or people keep saying I shouldn't say door cards, door panels. Door panels made by Velocity here in a blue leather to match the Pacific blue, and that's the same with all of the interior. You've got more billet details here, so billet door handles, billet door cups. These feel really nice, look really premium. Billet window regulators, they look manual, but they're actually electronic, which is really nice. Big speaker pod here. There's a Focal speaker system behind there that we'll talk about more in a second when I get in the truck. But overall, a really, really good looking door card, and not something that's just been bought online and dropped in the truck. We make these here, including this really nice hand-stitched woven interior paneling, and that's all the way through the truck too that you're going to see in a second. Hopping up into the vehicle is super easy because it's a 4x4. We've always got side steps on these vehicles. They're an amp side step powered. When you close the vehicle, they come up underneath. They're a really, really nice option. Sitting in the interior then, and I'm just greeted by what is a lovely, lovely smell of this leather, brand new leather. And it's a blue leather, sort of darker blue again to match the exterior paint. Steering wheel, we've got a Spark steering wheel by Spark Industries. So it's a full billet steering wheel made by Spark for us, leather wrapped with loads of little stitching details. Really, really nice. Feels great to hold on to. Just looks the part. This is again something that a lot of people ask us, hey, can I buy one of those steering wheels for my truck? And unfortunately not at the moment. We just make them for our vehicles. Really, really nice option. Because it's a Heritage series, I've got a full painted steering column, and it is actually adjustable too, which is really nice. And then behind that, I've got a Dakota digital dash. What does that mean? It means it looks like an original instrument cluster or dashboard, but actually it's all electronic. It's all brand new. There's even two small screens that give me some more information around fuel mileage and oil pressure and all that good stuff. Any extra information you need comes up on two little screens in there, which is really nice. Because it's the Heritage package, you've still got the two-tone coming into the cabin. So this whole dash setup has been painted in that Wimbledon white. Lower AC plenum is finished in leather. What's really nice about that is it goes all the way around. It doesn't just stop at one side, it goes all the way around the back. And you've also got billet all the way through this interior. So AC vents are made of billet, AC controls, come on to that in a second, they're all made of billet. High and low range selection, that's all billet. My windscreen washers and my light switches, all my kind of switch gear is all billet too. Really, really nice options. Let's talk about these seats before we work our way through some of the technology. Look at that woven insert. Really, really nice. Because the blue has a sort of couple of different textures to it, it's the same leather that's basically been flipped. And so there's a smooth and a rough, but it almost gives it this kind of two-tone feel and look, and it just is awesome. I love it when we do these in these trucks. Why? Because it looks so classic, but with a little bit of modernization in there. It's just a really, really nice feature. Of course, if you were to build your own F250, you could choose what this insert looked like. You could choose the color of the leather. You could go kind of crazy and design one of these interiors yourself. But on this one, again, the blue is the theme with the white, so we kept it blue for the leather. Speaking of blue, we've got blue carpet all the way through this truck. It's a fully enclosed cabin vehicle, and so we put carpet in these sorts of trucks. Really thick blue carpet, really nice, very plush. And these are actually mats, so they're rubber-backed mats is the first stage of the carpet, and then you've got carpet underneath there too. So these mats can easily be removed, and they can be hoovered, they can be washed or vacuumed, as you guys would say. So you've got a bit of protection there too. Let's go through some of the technology in the cabin. We'll start with the AC. It's a vintage air AC air conditioning system. It has got some climate control features. Very, very simple. Small screen in the middle. You can select your fan speed, or it can be automatic. You just set a temperature. But what's great about their systems, vintage air AC systems, is that they really work. They're not just retrofitted into the vehicle. They're designed specifically for this application. And so what it means is when the doors are shut and you're rolling down the road in this truck, seriously, even here in Florida, this AC system really, really works. It does keep you cool. It does also keep you hot if you need that. If you're somewhere that there's inclement weather and it gets colder, that works there too. So really nice vintage air AC system in this truck. And then above that, you've got a double DIN touchscreen infotainment unit. What that means is basically you can throw your Apple Maps up there, you can have connected to CarPlay, you can do all of that good stuff. It's dropped in behind this fascia here, so in my opinion, it doesn't really spoil the vintage look of the vehicle too much. Obviously, for some people, they want to do the retro radio completely and remove the screen, and that's an option. We could also refit that in this truck. If you wanted this to be removed and just go with a normal radio, you could do that. But for me, seating position of the F250 really nicely aligns eyesight into your maps, and this is a truck that you can do long distance everyday driving in. So I know I use my maps quite a lot. I use Spotify from my phone, stuff like that. Apple CarPlay is great through that system, and the music, the sound sounds very good because, like I mentioned earlier, you've got a full Focal speaker system in this truck. Focal are a really premium audio manufacturer, equipment manufacturer. Very, very expensive systems, but for good reason, because they sound absolutely fantastic. In these enclosed cabin vehicles, we have full acoustic setups. So the guys from Focal actually came here with microphones and mic'd up the cabin and actually made sure all the balancing and the EQ and everything was set up for this specific vehicle. So the sound systems sound amazing. They sound really, really good in these trucks. That's about it. You're going to see all of these blue details, silver, and then the white like on the outside. They're the three main colors of this truck, and they've come together so well. One thing I forgot to mention, I always forget to look above my head, is that headliner. Leather headliner too, leather for your sun visors, again with that blue match stitch. So again, blue, white, silver, it all comes together in what is a really, really nice and also very comfortable truck to sit in. Let's talk about technology underneath, powertrain, things like that. All right, let's take a look underneath this hood and see what we are working with. Because it's a Ford and because it's from Velocity, it's going to feature a third generation Coyote V8. What does that mean? Is it a new engine? Is it an old engine? No, it's brand new crate engine from Ford, producing around 460 horsepower, lots of torque at the top end of the rev ranges, a really good, really powerful, reliable power plant for this application. This truck will go fast. It will comfortably do over 100 miles an hour with this engine, no problem. It will be very stable at high speeds. It's what we design the systems for, and I'll get onto the chassis and the suspension in a second. But the engine will go fast. It's not just about going fast, though. It's about, like I said, reliability. It's what you want in a truck like this, especially if you're going to use this vehicle, you know, at a second home. If it's going to sit for a little while and you're going to come to it in the winter or something, you want to be able to get in the truck and just turn the key. And that's what this engine will do. It doesn't require, you know, crazy levels of maintenance. It's very easy to service these engines, just like a new F-150 or a new Mustang. Really, really good. So super reliable, but lots of power too. So these trucks are very fun to drive. Behind that, in this truck, we've done the 10R80, which is a 10-speed automatic transmission. Again, a brand new transmission that comes as a package from Ford with this crate engine. Super smooth gearing, really, really nice to drive, great for highway speeds, great for cruising. When you're up at 60, 70 miles an hour, you want that 10-speed transmission so that you're not in the upper rev ranges at those speeds. It's what can sometimes suck. You can see these resto mods where they go all the way, but then they might put like a 4-speed, the 4R in there, and that kind of, it ends up being really, really annoying basically for higher highway speeds, because you end up really high in that fourth gear rev range. So you get a drone and things like that. That doesn't happen when you go with the 10-speed, and that's why we do it. We don't cut any corners here at Velocity. Speaking of cutting corners, we haven't actually had to fight too much to get this engine in this engine bay. If you look at our other products, you look at our Broncos and our Mustangs, this is normally a very tight fitment, this engine. But because the F250 is such a big truck, there's actually quite a lot more space to work with. That said, we're still utilizing Velocity's custom serpentine system, so full proprietary serpentine system here for this engine, custom headers as well. Overall, this engine bay is super clean. You'll see all the little things and fixtures that the guys have done just to make it look as OEM as possible. Let's talk about the brakes. We've got a full Willwood hydro boosted disc brake system on this truck, so disc brakes all round, lots of stopping power for when you want to go from fast to slow quickly, right? We don't just want to put power in the truck, we want to make sure you can control that power, and that's what that Willwood disc brake system will do. And final thing is you want it to drive well. This vehicle underneath features a full falling coilover suspension by the guys at Roadster Shop. We partner with the guys at Roadster Shop. They build all of our chassis. This vehicle is no exception. So a full falling coilover chassis underneath here by the guys at RS. What does that mean? It means this truck handles incredibly well. That falling coilover chassis coupled with the longer wheelbase of the F250 truly does make these trucks daily drivable. Very, very comfortable, very easy to drive, great road presence, great handling feel, really, really nice trucks. think that's about it. One thing that I always want to talk about that I forget is these billet hood hinges. They're really nice. They're actually Ring Brothers, if you've heard of that company, Ring Brothers hood hinges. They're a really nice product from those guys. We wrapped align the inside of the engine bay, but the firewall and the underside of the hood have been finished in a gloss paint just to make it look really nice too. So if you're going to take the truck to a car show, try and show it off, that's something that people are going to look for. Overall, really, really clean engine bay, lots of modern technology, lots of power, lots of performance, but also lots of drivability and lots of reliability. All of those things are really important to come together as a great package on this truck. That's about it. This is a really, really nice looking truck. It's a great example of one of our F250 builds in that Heritage series, so slightly higher spec. You've got the two-tone paint, you've got the billet upgrades, you've got the hand-stitched interior, you've got all of that really nice stuff that just comes together to make this truck a really special truck. And it's in the showroom ready to go. It's one of the few F250s that we've got immediately available for sale. What does that mean? That means you get to skip the wait time on building one of your own. If you like this colorway, if you like this kind of look, you like the interior of this truck and you want something quickly, this is a good option for you because it's here ready to go. It can be with you within a couple of days if you wanted to purchase it. If you've got any more questions, please do reach out to us. If you're on the website, please click the link to contact us. You can fill in a form or just call our number. You can call directly into the office and get one of the sales team here, can answer any more questions. If you're watching on YouTube or looking on Instagram, leave us a comment, send us a DM, send us a message, all that good stuff, and we will get back to you. We love answering questions in the comments and things like that. We try and be as transparent, answer as many questions as possible. Of course, everybody always asks, hey, what makes these vehicles worth so much money? Hopefully this video has explained a little bit into that. If you are interested, please do get in contact with us. Thank you for watching this video.